All right, we're here today with Brad Daniels of Oxwood Guitars. What's happening, Brad?
Hello. Oh, not much. Just really happy to be here. Excited. Good show so far.
Cool. Have you done multiple shows or?
I did Montreal in 2010. That was the last one I did. Was signed up for 2012, but couldn't get the guitars done in time, so had to drop out, unfortunately. And now that's gone.
Yeah, right. It's always interesting. I don't know how builders do it. You prepare for a show and try to make free guitars, or guitars that are available for a show while you're doing your regular workload. It's always
it can get overwhelming at times. Understanding wife is key here.
Honey, I'll be at the bench another few hours.
Right, yeah.
Cool. Tell us about the guitar you've got with you.
This guitar is a 24 to 24.8 fan fret. This is my Carmen model. It's a 15-inch lower bout. This particular one is Engelmann spruce and Cocobolo. Spanish cedar 3-piece neck with the Wingate center strip.
And why the short scale fan fret?
I like the mellow, the mellowness of a short scale myself, just in the way that I play. I really enjoy it. I'm really, really big into the romantic, classical repertoire type stuff, and I think that comes across very well in short scale.
Yeah, it does. It makes it a little softer attack. And,
yes, exactly.
Nice, easy under the left hand too.
Yep.
Great. Mm-hmm. And I believe you said this is your first fan fret guitar.
It is.
What drew you to do that?
Just something I've always wanted to try.
Yeah.
I thought they looked really neat. It was like a little bit of a challenge again after almost 9 years of building to attack something that I've never done before and get out the calipers and the drafting equipment and mark it all out. It was fun.
Very cool.
Yeah.
What 2 or 3 things have you learned from your first guitar to now? Or what 100 things? But let's just pick God. 2 or 3.
2 or 3. First and foremost, most guitars are grossly overbuilt. Taking this limited string energy budget and translating that into big sound is difficult to do properly, but also a lot of fun, and it's something that I think primarily I've been chasing very, very hard. That's my carrot.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Who's a guitar player or someone that you admire that gets a lot out of the instrument?
Michael Watts.
Yeah, he's a great player.
And Sam Passetti.
Uh-huh.
He did my demo concert yesterday, and
Cool.
It was just magical.
Sweet.
It was wonderful.
When did you first start playing guitar?
When I was 9 years old.
Cool.
Yeah.
Did you take lessons and how did you learn?
I learned from my dad. My dad was a guitar player, and I just sat behind him here since I was just a baby, and he'd play, and I'd fall asleep with my head on the guitar. And
awesome.
So it's always been a part of my life. And when I was old enough to play, they bought me the tiny guitar from the Sears catalog, and played it until my fingers were raw. I just come home from school every day and go straight to my room and play guitar and practice those 3 chords. And,
yeah. Very cool. Yeah. And what made you ever want to start building?
It was kind of happenstance, really. When I started dating my now wife, her grandfather was building as a hobby. He's a machinist by trade. And my in-laws knew that I played, and they bought me a set of East Indian rosewood and an Adirondack top, and they sent me down to him to build my first herringbone dreadnought.
Very cool.
So after that I was just hooked. I built 3 more in his shop, and then bought as many books and DVDs as I could find, and fell in love with the fingerstyle guitar.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Who's a maker that you admire?
So many.
Yeah.
How do you choose? Oh man. I guess my early influences were for sure Mike Baranek, Jim Olsen, obviously, Samaji, by and large, and some of the newer makers are equally as influential. Ray Kraut, Jason Costal, really love their work.
Yeah, super nice guys too.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. One thing I noticed about the industry, over the years, and even a lot of the old guard builders will say how open the industry is, and people share with each other, and I think it's a big part of what's elevating guitar making today.
For sure, yeah.
Would you agree with that?
I would, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very welcoming, inviting. I don't know how many emails I've shot off to different builders. Like, what curve do you use for your truss rod? You know, when you install that in there. And,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's between all the knowledge that's out there and easily available, and then the sharing. I think it's the reason we're having this renaissance, this awesome
For sure,
golden
yeah.
era of guitars.
Yeah.
Cool. What do you see coming down the pike, technology-wise, with guitars, or just method-wise in building that excites you, or something you want to try down the road that maybe you haven't done?
I see a lot of computer numerical machining coming down the pipe, and I actually wouldn't say that is something that I want to get into. I really enjoy working with my hands and kind of just shooting from the hip, so to speak, when it comes to little details and appointments. I wouldn't want to program that and let the next 100 guitars be that way.
Right.
Yeah, other than that, I don't really know.
Yeah, so
technology-wise, it's still a pretty traditional trade, really, and I really enjoy that about it.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, it seems like builders are one camp or the other. They either want to just keep working with their hands, or they are excited about the technology side and being able to replicate very consistently. And I think, and other makers have told me that they feel both are valid and can find them in the right places.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's cool. Very cool. Totally off the subject of guitar for a minute. Where you've lived a number of places, and I don't know, I'm not sure if you've traveled much other than that, but what's a place in the world that you just found beautiful or inspiring?
Guatemala. Yep. Up in the mountains. My wife and I, we did a trip with a church that we were going to many years ago, and then we went back for 3 weeks to help out this particular nonprofit and shoot video and photo for them. And just being, it was about 4 hours outside of Guatemala City, so it was way up in the mountains, and it's just so peaceful and tranquil. And
I was actually just there. I went to Lake Atitlan.
Yes, I've been there.
Yeah. That's where I went for a yoga meditation retreat just
wonderful
2 months ago.
That's awesome.
It was, and I got to hike up in the high country, and the people are so beautiful. They're really sweet and open, and not an easy life there, but they're
no, not by any means,
making the best of it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. And just one more question. What do you hope for music and guitars in the future? Like, what do you hope to see?
I hope to just see it continue to progress. The direction that it's heading, I think, is really great, and I'm just excited to see what comes next.
Awesome. Cool. Thanks so much, Brett.
Thank you.